Welcome back inside the Lloyd Noble Center here at OU. I'm Bart Connor along with Jenny Rowland, and boy, we have a great gymnastics meet live tonight. The Oklahoma Sooners by .125 in the lead over the #1 ranked Crimson Tide of Alabama. It's going to come down to the final athletes, and what a treat here tonight, because you see there President Morin and Athletic Director Joe Castiglione, and we are blessed to have their leadership here at the University of Oklahoma. Incredible things happening here at OU in sports and academics, and so how thankful we are to have President David Morin and Joe Castiglione at the helm of this incredible university, academically and sports-wise. The terrific crowd on hand and a lot of enthusiasm, and an incredible opportunity for the Sooners tonight, and we're grateful that we're live on Cox. We want to thank our broadcasting partner, Cox Cable Television throughout Oklahoma. Of course, Sooner Vision and Brandon Meyer, thanks for producing this for us today. Sooner Sports Properties, and everybody at OU for making this possible. Gymnastics, collegiate gymnastics is seen occasionally on ESPN. I do a lot of work over there in the Southeast Conference covering their events, and I'm so proud that we finally have the Oklahoma Sooners on the air. There's the new Sam Bierson Center that has been remodeled, a facility that was built for $1.2 million in 1981, and recently nearly $4 million was infused to remodel the new building, and boy, it is a state-of-the-art facility in gymnastics, and we've always said that you can't recruit against the best teams in the country unless you have the best facilities. And not only is Oklahoma a fine program, but you can be assured that both the men and women's programs have a showpiece now to recruit the best male and female gymnasts in the country, bar none. And this is what it takes if you want to compete against Alabama, Georgia, Stanford, Utah, UCLA, and some of the other fine programs. And so a $4 million upgrade to the Sam Bierson Center just across the street here from the Lloyd Noble Center. We encourage people to stop by and say hello to Mark Williams and KJ Kindler, and check out this spectacular new state-of-the-art facility that will serve both the men and women's programs well this year and beyond. Great crowd on hand tonight in Lloyd Noble, and so appreciative of the good work that KJ Kindler and her staff on the women's side particularly has done to promote the women's program. Okay, it's the fourth and final rotation. Oklahoma goes to the floor, and the Crimson Tide will be on the beam.
Sooners got to be pumped going into this last event, Bart.
Excited for the Sooners tonight. Of course, KJ Kindler loves to pick the music and choreograph the routines for her team. 3 high scores this year on the road, actually, for Oklahoma. 3 scores. The 3 highest scores were on the road. Impressive for them, but they're looking good here tonight as we go to the beam for Alabama. Ricky Lebegern, the Rock, the senior, will start it off for Alabama there. I've always felt that the first performer on the beam in women's collegiate gymnastics is one of the toughest spots. Your impression, Jenny, with the pressure related to this performance alone?
I agree. You've got to put your most solid athlete up first. You know who's going to get up there and hit. It just sets the stage for the rest of the athletes to compete.
Oh!
Little wobble.
Lebegern scored a 9-9 in the leadoff spot against LSU this year on beam.
Would have liked to have seen her leaps a little more split. Nice side summy.
Typically, you put your consistent performer up first and your best gymnast last.
Yes. Nice double twist dismount.
And Lebegern could likely go last because she's good enough, but because she's so consistent and typically very solid, she gives some comfort to the rest of the team, so they sacrifice her in a way by letting her go up first, where typically it's a little bit harder to get a big score.
That's right.
Sarah Stone, who gave a highlight for OU last week, scoring a perfect 10 on the vault. Let's see what she can deliver on the floor. She's first up. Sophomore out of Dallas, Texas. 2 months ago, she had a huge ankle sprain, but she seems to have recovered.
Nice double pike. Didn't look like her ankle's affecting her tumbling at all.
Last year, 2009, she earned the clutch performance of the season for her floor routine at the NCAA Regional.
2.5 twist. Legs were a little crossed. Nice landing. Nice presentation.
Really, the floor exercise routine has to be a complete presentation, not only, of course, tumbling, but there's a lot of technical elements besides just the presentation quality that the judge is looking for, right?
Yes, tumbling and dance and artistry. Artistry is a really big part of floor. It's that wow factor that you see.
Sarah Stone.
Nice start for OU.
The sophomore out of Dallas, Texas starts them off well. The Sooners have a lead of 125 thousandths of a point coming into this final rotation.
This is her second pass. 1.5 front layout.
Quickly to the beam. This is Kayla Hoffman. She's already up. Ricky Lebegern had a 9.8 in that leadoff spot. A slight bobble, but a 9.8, a good score for the first performer.
Front aerial. Nice execution in that.
She tied her career high of 9.8 on the balance beam against Kentucky earlier this year.